Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube Draft League here, and I'm going to try a new strategy here. So, I may have been a little down on the Madness, Dredge, Black, Green, Red, Blazing Root Wall of Bazaar, Baghdad, Vengevine sort of stuff that's in this version of the cube. So I'm going to hard force it here. I am still going to take Mox Pearl, that's what I take no matter what, but I'm going to force this Madness deck, and we'll see how well it works. Passing here. Kappa Cannoneer, Ponder, Deluge, Oko, Birds, an Overgrown Tomb, which maybe I'll get back. That'd be nice for the deck. Cryptic Coat, Mystic, Firebolt. Yeah, I mean, either way, you just take Mox Pearl here. Oh. Ignore everything I said. I'm going to just take the Tolarian Academy. First of all, what would I take even? I guess I'd take Seasoned Pyromancer. I can't do that to myself. Next video, we'll be hard forcing the Dredge deck, but I'm going to take Academy. After first picking Mox, second pick Academy is just too sweet to pass up. So the experiment will have to wait. I guess when I say hard force, I'll be firm forcing it. If Academy wasn't here, I actually might have just taken LED or probably LED, because I think it'd actually be good in that deck too, but I'm not passing on the Academy. Sorry to disappoint. Oh, and into Urza Saga. There's also Retrofitter and Relic, but I mean, Urza Saga, I think, once you have Academy and Mox, Saga is really, really strong. Retrofitter also very good. It's a shame to pass it, especially since it's one of the better things to take with Urza Saga, but I think Saga is just such a strong card. All right, and here, oh, there's the Bazaar. I think I'm going to take Wheel of Fortune. This could be a fast Academy deck, and Wheel is really good in the faster versions. Plus, I don't think Duress, Underground Sea, Solitude are quite as enticing, so I'll take Wheel. Hey, look, Wheel's good in the Madness deck too. Yeah. See, maybe we're kind of doing it. Oh, and here, there's a Time Spiral. All right, we're going to be Draw 7 Academy. That's like my favorite kind. There's a Mind Stone that might wheel, a Shelldock which will not. Carnage Interpreter, which actually is good in some versions of Academy, but I think Time Spiral is quite strong, so happy enough taking that. And looking for cheap artifacts. We got the Draw 7s, we got the Urza Saga. Also, I kind of like Saga over Retrofitter now that I'm going this direction, because Retrofitter is, I mean, it's still good. I would still play it in this deck, but you don't need Retrofitter when you're just casting a bunch of Draw 7s. You usually have bigger fish to fry at that point. Here, well, I do want Manifold Key, and I don't mind Citadel, but I kind of like Time Warp. It's really good with Time Spiral. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could get... It's actually a distinct possibility the last two cards in this pack are Manifold Key and Bolas' Citadel, so I guess I'll just hope for that. Well, maybe we'll end up getting there. And then here, okay, finally I can take an artifact. Soul Guide Lantern is going to be the pick here over Taiga, I guess, which is fine, but I just need some cheap artifacts to pad out this Academy and this Saga. Oh, Underworld Breach, I'm not passing that. Also, this is an 8th pick Underworld Breach, which means no one else has taken Brain Freeze, is my assumption. And I'll give up a Relic of Progenitus very much so. Kappa Cannoneer Wield, okay. I'm not against that. There's also Toxic Deluge, but Cannoneer wielding is good for multiple reasons. 1, it's great in my deck. 2, it means artifacts aren't getting taken. And 3, I can take it so no one else takes them. Huh. I wonder if I should take Tendrils of Agony here. I have Time Spiral, I have Wheel, and I have Underworld Breach. It's possible. I think Seasoned Pyro is just not going to be what I'm interested in, so I'm going to take Tendrils. I'll put it in the sideboard, but I'll still take the Tendrils. I guess maybe I take Dark Petition here? Or I could just take Meticulous Archive. I should probably do that. Archive's pretty good, and I have Mox Pearl. It might kind of line up right. I'll take a Planar Genesis, though. I'm not going to play that. If I get Balance or Swords to Plowshares, I'll be pretty happy that I took the Meticulous Archive. And then here, Wishclaw? Yeah, Wishclaw could be good. Prismatic Ending is not crazy, but if I end up on a Breach deck, oh, City of Traders and Grove, so we didn't wield the Manifold Key or the Bolas' Citadel. That's fine. City of Traders, really the City of Traders shouldn't be there. Someone should have taken this card. It's very strong. And I might play it myself, so we'll see. All right, pack 2. Oh, there's an Urza. My hands are tied. What am I going to do here? Hopefully wheel a little Revoker or Mutt or something. But yeah, slamming an Urza here, and off to the Academy we go. Oh, this is an interesting one too, because there's Grim Monolith, which is great with Academy, of course. But there's also Fable, which is just a messed up card. I think I'm just going to take Fable. It's so broken. I'm already going to want to play red here. And I think, yeah, Flooded Strand's not really in the conversation. The Thundering Falls would be nice to wheel if such a thing was possible, but Let me move these over. We can combine the 5s and the 6s for now. Ooh, Mox Opal. I think that's going to be my pick. The reason I want to take Mox Opal here is I don't have enough artifacts yet to make it work, but hopefully like I wheel a Talisman, maybe get a late Seed Shark, or maybe just pick up other artifacts. Either way, I aspire to be a deck where Mox Opal is great, so I'm going to take the Mox Opal here and work towards that. And here we have not much that I want. I guess I'll just take the Jace. It's not, you know, in this day and age, Jace isn't the end-all be-all, and there's no artifact here. I would take almost any 1 or 2 mana artifact instead, but Jace it is. And then now, I do like Pentad Prism a lot here. Fury's good, but I'm not going to end up with very many more red cards. And maybe I get that Spellbomb back, but Pentad Prism is fantastic, so very happy to pick that one up. And then here, yeah, very easy Chromatic Star. That's exactly the kind of card I'm looking for. Passing up on Blightsteel and Magda. Yeah, they won't be missed, I don't think. All right, and now we get to pick up a nice little blue-red land. Also, with Meticulous Archive, Ragran Triumph, and Pearl, and Mox Opal, I kind of have a white splash for free, Prism, and Star too. So if I do get a white card, it won't be hard to play it, but I don't think I need Goldspan Dragon here. I think I'd rather just take another land, and I guess I could just take a Treachery or an Obsidian Charmaw here. I'm not playing any of the other cards. Don't think I'm that likely to want to play either of them. I'll take the Charmaw. Charmaw's kind of interesting. Ooh, Revoker Wield. Sure, I'll take it. It's not that Revoker's amazing, and I don't think I'm playing Yogwell. The whole Tendrils thing doesn't look like it's going to happen here. But any cheap artifact is great. Larcenist is at least a good sideboard card, even though I don't typically main deck it in Academy. I like playing Kitesail Larcenist a lot in decks where you care about the fact that you get a 2/3 flyer, which these decks don't really. So like blue-white tempo or blue-red, that sort of thing, it's pretty good. Or like blue-green, which, you know, it doesn't have that much removal, but in this kind of deck, I'm not into it. Inti is very strong. I'm surprised it's still here, but I still think I want Skydiver. I'm just not going to be attacking that much, and Skydiver can be really good in some matchups. Definitely need more artifacts. I have 6 artifacts so far, so I'm going to work on that. I'll take a Rite of Flame, but I don't think that's going to be where I'm heading here. But we'll see. And I guess an Esper Sentinel is a cheap artifact, and I do have some white sources. Yeah, I could see getting Esper Sentinel in there. It's actually a pretty decent card. It really does annoy your opponent at the very least. Magda and Blightsteel both came back. I will take the Magda. This actually looks like a pretty decent Magda deck. Making artifacts is nice. All right, back 3. This is a bit of a bummer. I mean, Coveted Jewel is decent, but honestly, it's not that crazy good with Academy because you have to already get to 6 mana to use it. I think I am supposed to take either Steam Vents, Wooded Foothills, or Lightning Bolt, or Miscalc, one of those 4, and hope the Coveted Jewel comes back. Wooded Foothills can only get tapped blue. I kind of want to just take Steam Vents here. I think just untapped mana is going to be a lot better for me. I already have multiple tap lands, and these decks don't want tons of those, so we'll see. Maybe that ends up being worse. And then this pack has Force of Negation, Tameo, Strip Mine, and Gut, plus some trinkety artifacts. Gut actually looks kind of great in this deck. This could be more of an aggressive deck. Maybe that Lightning Bolt would have worked out. I don't think I want Strip Mine. I don't actually think I want Force. I'm kind of thinking this Gut will be great here. Tameo would also be really strong. It generates a lot of artifacts. But getting that Magda back is kind of what pushed me in this direction. Oh, there's Nadu to go with that Lightning Greaves. There's Minsk and Boo, but I can't really play that. I should probably just take Trinket Mage or Saheeli. Saheeli actually looks pretty good with Gut and some zeros. All right, I'll take Saheeli, and I really need to get some cheap artifacts, so I guess I could take Lelia now, so I'm just kind of turning into red-blue. All right. I guess that's where we're at, but this isn't really where I expect it to be. Let's see. Okay, there's a Mishra's Research Desk. That's going to be pretty important. I think that's going to be better than Lorien Revealed here. I just have a lot of cards which are really good. Oh man, perfect. Lotus Petal. If I get cheap artifacts, so I want to take those cards, or those artifacts, because making Academy and Urza and Kappa Cannoneer good is just so important. Also, Lotus Petal to go with Saheeli is amazing. The Time Warp's looking really good. Time Warp with any of these creatures in play is fantastic. The Underworld Breach doesn't look like it's going to make it. And we're at 36, so we get 2 more new cards. If I can pick up like 2 more cheap artifacts, out of this pack, I'll be pretty happy. Maybe a wheel Mishra's Bauble out of the pack I opened. It's not like super likely, but definitely is possible. And yeah, I mean, I guess a little bit of interaction could be decent. There's a volcanic island, but at this point I might just take Talisman. Plus, if I take Talisman, then I could just get this Esper Sentinel in there. It's kind of like taking two cheap artifacts in one. All right. And I think I'm supposed to mention how much I like Fire Covenant, though I'm not going to take it. I do like the card. It is good. Let's see what we got here. I just think with 2 blue-red lands, Opal, Lotus Petal, Pentad Prism, I don't need the Volcanic that badly. And I actually, right now I'm at 18 playables, or 18 land plus Pearl, Opal, Lotus Petal, so I could actually use a couple more playables, so taking a land isn't exactly what I want. And here, oh, Headliner Scarlet. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Zuranorb also doesn't do much for me. So even though it's a cheap artifact, getting an 8th pick Headliner Scarlet's pretty nice. This is, look, an Academy aggro deck. I think I even have enough artifacts to make it work. Yeah, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, but that doesn't count Saheeli or Fable. And then now even the Unholy Heat Wield, I'm going to take Porcelain Legionnaire. This is exactly what I'm looking for here. A 2-drop and an artifact and an aggressive creature works nicely with Gut, Lelia, Headliner, all that stuff. Do I want this Rite of Flame for some reason? Oh, Kitesail Larcenist gets a little better here, though I still don't really want to play it. Yeah, I don't think I want Rite of Flame. It's good with a couple of my cards, but I think overall not good enough. And Charmaw is going to be a decent sideboard card, but I don't think that I'm looking to main deck it here. Oh, Bauble Wield, amazing. Also, no respect on the Crabomination, but who cares? I got my Bauble. And here, there's a Mightstone and Weakstone, but this actually looks more like a Trinket Mage deck to me. It could be a Robber of the Rich deck, but or maybe a 3-bit Inspector deck. But no, I think Trinket Mage is going to be solid. I have a lot of different targets. And so now we're at 14 land plus those, which does mean I actually need to cut a couple cards. Probably will be cutting Trinket Mage anyway. And maybe Thieving Skydiver. Now we're at 16 land plus those. Maybe actually I get the Skydiver back in. Okay. Yeah, I have liked where I've ended up. I mean, this is a nice Academy aggro deck, which isn't the typical way to go about things, but it's going to be good. And I actually think the City of Traders is going to be nice here too. I'll take a Battle Ball. I'm not going to play it though. City of Traders helps cast Fable, Gut, Lelia, Urza, Kappa Cannoneer, Time Warp, Time Spiral, Jace, Wheel. Yeah, that's plenty. I think it's worth it. And I think my mana is pretty good, actually. I'm not playing any of these cards. Would I side in Giver? Maybe. I'm like slightly more likely to side in Giver of Runes than Damn, though I'm not that likely to side in either of them. And then here, is there any chance? There's just no chance I'm show and telling, though I don't really think there's a chance I'm using the Interrupter either. Or Interceptor? Interrupter, yeah. Okay. So I don't think we're getting anything last pick. So we got a deck here. 15 land plus, I mean, the scale, the Guardian Scale Lord is kind of nice. So this is currently 15 land plus Petal, Opal, Pearl, Bauble, Star. Yeah, I think that's sufficient here. I could cut a card and play one more land. I guess I do have some high drops. Yeah, maybe I just cut the Skydiver and then go like this. Because also Saga is a kind of like a spell. I can cycle Ralgren Triumph and I have Meticulous Archive. So yeah, let's go 16 land. Let's go piles by color. So I don't need any planes, I don't think, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have 8. Enough white sources. The Esper Sentinel is kind of just like a little free roll. I think it's worth it. And then blue. So how many blue-red lands do I have? I have 2 blue-red lands, and then the rest are blue or multicolor. So probably still just 5 and 5 is my guess. End up with slightly more blue in the deck, and let's get in there. Alrighty, time for round 1. I'd like to play first. Oh yeah, look at this Esper Sentinel. It's doing work. I actually have kind of an interesting decision on turn 1. Do I play Rish's Research Desk or not? Because if I go turn 1 desk, I can go turn 2 Talisman Esper Sentinel. But then if I draw a land, I can play Saheeli and desk. Alternately, I could just play a turn 2 Porcelain Legionnaire, but kind of feels better to get the Esper Sentinel out as soon as possible. I think I'm going to play desk, because if I end up drawing lands, then the desk will help get me out of flood. But if I end up drawing all spells, then I think that having the desk in hand and not in play is going to be pretty bad for me, because then I'm going to have to spend more time digging. So yes, if I knew my top card of land, I probably wouldn't have played the research desk, but so it goes. Oh, and then I drew City of Traders too. Send for 1. And I think I am going to play the City of Traders, because I want to play Saheeli here. See if they counter it. If they do, I get to draw a card off Esper Sentinel, most likely. And I played City of Traders first, so I can't get hit by Spell Pierce or Miscalculation. All right. I guess it worked to play my desk. I'll draw a card. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. That's nice. And then I get to play Porcelain Legionnaire, pass the turn. And then next turn, I get to wheel. Let's attack first. So if they have a removal spell, that they might not play it, or they might play it first. Oh. Tishana's Tidebinder. Fair enough. All right, they get to block my Esper Sentinel. Okay, I can't do anything about that. Yeah, take 3. Let's tap City of Traders and play an island. And then cast Wheel of Fortune here. The Tidebinder was pretty good there. Killed one of my things and put something into play. But this ought to be pretty good. Oh. Play Pentad Prism. I'm pretty close to playing the Kappa Cannoneer. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana towards it, but I can't quite do it. I don't think I want to crack the research desk here, because their hand was Dig, Malcolm, Cryptic Coat, Subtlety. Oh, they didn't get a chance to play the Subtlety there. It's unlucky for them. I don't want to crack the research desk because it can tap to help cast Kappa Cannoneer. So I think I'd rather just do that. Their deck looks pretty nice. Just mono blue good stuff. I guess I'll take 3, and then on my turn, I'm just going to play Cannoneer, not having to use the Pentad Prism for mana at all, and probably just Meticulous Archive after that, and then go for Time Spiral the turn after. Okay. Kappa Cannoneer gets a counter, Meticulous Archive. And Fable of the Mirror Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can't cast Fable and Time Spiral in the same turn, but I think I'm going to put this on top. And the reason is, if they make me discard Fable or Time Spiral, or they counter it, I guess I'd rather have Fable in hand. The upside of, what is this? Thought Scour me? Sure. Fair enough. It got my Fable. The upside of keeping it on top wasn't super huge, because, of binning it, because I was probably just casting Time Spiral next turn anyway. Chrome Host Seed Shark, huh? Yeah, they're putting together a squad. Urza Saga's a nice draw. That actually worked out pretty nicely. I mean, I don't think this is going to resolve, but I guess I'll try. Yeah. They countered it as, Mana Drain. Damn, their deck looks sick. Let's research desk here. Ooh. Yeah. Let's get the Mox Opal. The problem with Headliner Scarlet is I would really like to attack with this Kappa Cannoneer here. And that is what I will do. And then next turn I might be able to kill them with Kappa Cannoneer. So they have 1,000,000 mana and a bunch of cards in hand, so I'm probably going to lose still. Their deck looks awesome. Counterspell, Subtlety, Mana Drain, like just everything. The Jace isn't very impressive, so unless they have a Time Walk or something coming. That's it. Jace, Animate Token. I mean, they played their land, so they're probably not casting a spell into Ledger Shredder. Oh. Winds? Do they have lethal here? 7, no. They don't. Huh. Interesting. They could have killed my Kappa Cannoneer. Now they're going to attack me for 9 down to 2. But I get to at least make 2 artifacts, 1 off Desk, 1 off Saga. So if I can find 2 artifacts between my draw step and Research Desk, I can just kill them with Kappa Cannoneer. That was... I don't think their play made sense. All right, let's see. Let's start by drawing an artifact, shall we? Nope, that's a Steam Vents. Okay. I think we're in trouble, but maybe, just maybe, I can find a Time Warp. Yeah, that would be pretty good. This ending up with 5 land in hand after my Time Spar, not ideal. All right, let's see if the Research Desk gets me some action here. Oh, Chromatic Star. Okay, that's kind of a start. Chromatic Star. Don't want to play my land yet because of Academy. Add a red, I guess. It doesn't really matter. All right, 0 mana artifact, 1 mana artifact. Lelia. Yeah, I can put them to 1 here. Play Lelia. I don't even know what I could Lelia into, but I guess I'll look. Play my land so I can animate the Saga and then Lelia into the Bauble. All right. Well, damn. That was unfortunate, especially since they just had the win straight up by winzing my Kappa Cannoneer. But so it goes. Thieving Skydiver didn't look amazing. Kitesail Larcenist looked actually kind of decent. Esper Sentinel looked kind of bad. I think I'll still play the Meticulous Archive, though. Just it's good fixing. All right, let's see if this does better. All right, I am on the play. I think this hand's okay. I need to draw another artifact, but if I do, then the Mox Opal's on, and I can potentially have like a turn 3 Jace. Obviously, that requires drawing an artifact and a land, but you know, it's got some good cards in it. All right, let's go. Let's go Talisman. No, Mountain is not it. I'm going to keep these artifacts in hand because I just don't think it makes sense to play them. I don't want to sack the Mishra's Bauble. I do just want to draw like a Mox or something, though. Now they have Counterspell up, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I'll cast Saheeli and get it countered, I guess. Hey, mana drains. I mean, if they don't have it, it's great, but obviously they probably do. Yeah. Oh, maybe I should have bobbled that there actually to try to make it more likely I hit a land drop. I don't know. Okay. I guess I'll play the bobble now. Pass the turn. They are just cracking their strand. And I just don't feel like I can really win this game, but I guess I'll try. They're drawing a Jace Friends Prodigy. Sure. I'm probably going to draw a cheap artifact now. All right, I'll play Lelia. Get Subtlety'd here. Oh, no? I mean, you're going to have something, I imagine. If I get to hit with Lelia, okay, can I just please flip a land here? Nope. I guess I'll pass. Huh. I mean, I guess they could have had a Tishana's Tidebinder, but I assume they would have just Tidebinder to Lelia's ability. Honestly, I assume they would have just Tidebinder to the Mishra's Bauble. They're just taking it? And they draw a Jace. Do they have like a Fracture Identity or something? Oh, Oust. Okay. Any lands? Any lands? No, I guess I'll play Fable and pass the turn. Okay, it's turn 6 and I have 3 lands in play. It's not ideal. They're cracking the Mind Stone at least. And if they're going to Jace and then oust the Goblin Shaman, I'm pretty happy with that. Because then I get to at least discard Defable and start casting spells. This Time Spiral and Time Warp have not looked great here. I don't know what their red cards are. No plays. All right. I mean, yeah, we'll just do some discarding here. Or are they going to Tidebinder now? I think I discard Time Spiral. And I think I discard Porcelain Legionnaire or Time Warp. Let's discard Time Warp. I'm probably going to draw, I was going to say all lands, but I guess not. Let's play Lelia. Subtlety really sucks for me, but I'm really just not in a spot where I can, oh God, it's even worse, where I can play around anything, so I guess I'm just not going to. All right, I'm just not going to, I don't think sacking Goblin Shaman to make a treasure really makes sense. Currently I've seen, let's see, 5, 6, 12, 15 cards, and 3 of them have been lands, so, no, 16 cards. There's a Lelia here too. Yeah, they get to cast the Lelia. I mean, if I Jason bounce the Lelia back, that's not so bad. Preordain. Yeah, I gotta be dead here. Their deck is good, and I've drawn incredibly badly. Like, so that combination is gonna make it pretty difficult to win, I'll say. Oh man, they get to pump the Lelia with the Jace here. They discarded Subtlety. Good lord. Okay. It's still no lands, huh? I guess I'm probably just going to play a bunch of stuff this turn. I'm going to try to play Talisman, Mox, Research Desk, Porcelain Legionnaire, something like that. Talisman, Research Desk, Mox. And then I'm actually going to tap the Mox and sack the Research Desk because I've got to hit a land here, right? Okay, I did hit a land. I'll take the Steam Vents. Play Steam Vents, go to 18, play Porcelain Legionnaire. And then pass the turn. I mean, I guess I'm not dead yet. They discarded Subtlety. Like, what is going on over there? And I can't really attack, so I'll just pass. They might be able to get a Lelia hit in, but maybe this Headliner Scarlet does something. Path the Fable token, okay. That's fine, I suppose. And then, what is this? Not liking it, whatever it is. Dig through time. Lelia gets +1/+1. Yeah, I can't imagine I have, like, if I had to put a percent chance of me winning this game, it's probably like around 2%. They have tons of mana. They're getting to untap. They're getting to look, they got to look at 9 cards between their draw step and dig, get 3 of those cards. Well, 2 of 8 and then their top card. And they have Jace and they can flash back a spell. They get to draw a card off Lelia this turn. Like, all right. You know what? We don't need to. They got me. They had a great deck. They had a great draw, and I had neither of those things. So let's see if we can pull out the 2-1. All right, let's shake it off. On to round 2. Oh, well, there we go. Let's talk about shaking it off. Look at this hand. Turn 1 Talisman, Opal. I think I do play the City of Traders because I can go turn 1 Talisman, turn 2 Lelia. That sounds pretty great. I can't quite go Opal Pentad Prism here, but getting to play Lelia on 2 seems really nice. Okay, they have got their Mox. Let's hope they don't have a counterspell here. Bob Confidant, nice. It's because Dark Confidant is Bob Maher's invitational card, so. Oh, little Artifact Mirror? All right, I didn't, the Thieving Skydiver's not in the, wow. They have turn 1 Opal on, and I almost had turn 1 Opal on. That's really funny. Their hand looks pretty great. Oh my god. This is disastrous. Now I can't play anything and my City of Traders just goes away? Well, the beats don't stop, huh? Oh, Mishra's Bauble was a really good draw. That was lucky. Because now I can play Lelia. Send. Exile an island. Yeah, I'll play that. I'll play a free island. And play island. City of Traders goes away. Pass the turn. I could have just not played a land, but I got to start building up my land base. I can't quite cast Jace this turn or this next turn unless I draw or hit an untapped land off Lelia, but I think we're doing okay here. All right, they're going to hit me. If they don't have anything to do, they can just Skull Clamp here, which does turn my Talisman back on, but now that I have Opal Island, they might not care about that. But an ideal play from their perspective would just be to play a land and play like a spell or two, like not set their board back by clamping the Revoker. Just if you got nothing to do, you got nothing to do. All right. I'm going to turn off auto yield, so now maybe they think I have a counter spell. Now that the Talisman is unlocked. All right, well, I guess that didn't matter. Let's just hit with the Lelia first before doing anything else. See what we turn up. Oh, a Chromatic Star. Very nice. All right. They didn't play a land either? Wow. All right. Let's go Chromatic Star. Pentad Prism. And it would have been really nice to hit an untapped land to play Kappa Cannoneer, though they're obviously countering my Pentad Prism here. Oh, Spell Pierce? Sure. Play Red Green Triumph. I mean, we're doing just fine here. They missed a land drop, and we've got a 4/4 Lelia for them to deal with, and then next turn I can just play a slam either Jace or Kappa Cannoneer. Okay, they drew their land, but they still have... Basically, they're behind to one big problem, and I'm going to play a second big problem on my turn. So even though they have 5 cards and I have 2, I don't mind this. All right, I mean, if they're just not going to do anything, just keep sending with Lelia. Like, this card is... You know, it's not as good as it was in Cube a year or two ago. It's still pretty good. I think I'm going to play the Jace because I think the Kappa Cannoneer is stronger. I don't know. It's pretty close. All right. I'll draw 3. Hope they don't have Hull Breacher. They did not. And let's see. I'm going to Lelia next turn, most likely. All right, let's put back land and Kappa Cannoneer. I basically don't want to count on using Lelia here. Otherwise, I'd put Academy second. They had no play. What could their hand be? They, I guess, drew Mishra's Bauble this turn. I'm really confused as to what their hand could possibly be. Oh, they had Kappa Cannoneer. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. I mean, honestly, I could just Jace the Kappa Cannoneer, and then play my own. Well, I don't quite have enough mana for that, I don't think. I'm going to start by attacking with Lelia. If they want to chump with Kappa Cannoneer, I suppose I'll allow it. And so now, yeah, I can play both Kappa Cannoneer and Bounce. So let's see. I can also Revoker Skull Clamp while I'm at it, though I might just Revoker Mox Pearl. So if I go Revoker, yeah, let's go Revoker. I just don't think they have time to Skull Clamp here. Academy, Kappa Cannoneer, tapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get a counter. Bounce their Kappa Cannoneer. And then pay for the ward. Oh, I guess I could have even played it in an order such that I got the Revoker put a counter on Kappa Cannoneer, but I think we're going to be okay either way. This summoning sick effect is really something. All right, get in there, Thieving Skydiver. Get in there, Obsidian Charma. No, but Kitesail Larcenist is probably good. I think I'm going to take Esper Sentinel and Porcelain Legionnaire out. They don't look that good. I'm going to put in the Charmaw. They've got to have Tolarian Academy in their deck, right? We'll see. I like Revoker. I want to keep Soul Guide Lantern in just to keep the curve or the artifacts low. And I guess I'll just take out Headliner Scarlet. I just need to take out something expensive. Okay, on the draw here. That Mishra's Bauble draw was the whole game. Without the Bauble draw, I was just going to do nothing. And I'm going to mulligan this hand very quickly. This hand is atrocious. An Opal with no friends, 5 land and a Time Warp. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. Oh, this I will keep. I think I'm just going to turn to Wheel. So I think I'm going to put Island back because if I draw Academy, I'd rather have Time Warp. Otherwise, I'll probably just discard it. Sunbaked Canyon is the land, huh? Okay. Into a turn 1 Pentad Prism? Oh, Ballista. That's not as good as a Pentad Prism on turn 1, probably. Okay, I would love to draw any cheap artifact. Yeah, like that one. Pearl. Chromatic Star. And I'm actually going to leave the Mox Opal in hand. The reason is if they play Revoker, they can't Revoker Pearl without shutting down their own Mox. And if they want to Revoker Chromatic Star, that's less bad for me. Well, I guess it's true of Mox Opal as well. They can't have that many lands in hand if they played Sunbaked Canyon on turn 1. They can only have tap lands in hand. Because you would never play that if that was the only one. Well, Wheel of Fortune is looking a little bit less good against this start, given they have a million cards in play. Oh, I'm glad they sacked the Bauble. That makes Wheel of Fortune a little better. Any Academies? If I draw Academy and can play Time Warp, we are doing it. But there's not that many things that would stop me from playing Wheel. There are some. I mean, if I drew like a Lelia or anything like that, it would be totally fine. Really obviously hoping for Academy. Obsidian Charmaw. No. Yeah, that costs 5. All right, well. Let's just Wheel of Fortune here. Don't really see a reason to play anything else. See what they got. I mean, they're going to get the first crack at it with a lot of mana. Their hand was Tinker, Upheaval, Triplicate Titan. I guess I'm glad I did that. And let's play the Bauble. And Soul Guide Lantern. I guess the Triplicate Titan has the most things that could get it back. It's possible that I wanted to hit like Tinker or Upheaval there, but I also could just crack the Soul Guide Lantern if it came up to it. But I would like to crack it to draw a card, most likely. This is kind of a bad wheel. I hit Urza's Saga, 2 Trinket Artifacts, and then a bunch of lands and a Magda. Not ideal. Not ideal. I guess I'm going to crack Mishra's Bauble at the end of their turn. Is my plan. Academy wouldn't actually do that much right now because I don't have much to spend the mana on, but I would still be happy to draw it. I would crack Star, crack Bauble, crack Soul Guide. I guess I don't want to crack all those if I had Academy, but I am going to crack the Mishra's Bauble here because there's a turn delay on that one as well, so no reason not to. Zerda, kill me. That would be funny. No plays, huh? All right, 7 cards in hand. Let's Bauble you. Chrome Mox on the top. Okay, there's an Academy. I don't actually know that I want to play the Academy yet because I kind of want to play this Urza Saga. Urza Saga. I'll play Academy next turn. It'll be good. Thieving Skydiver for 1 here. I'm just going to take their Mox Pearl. It's going to be my plan. I don't care about their... I could take their Ballista, but then they would just shoot the Skydiver. I think I'd rather go after their mana. I'm going to make some big constructs. I don't care that much about the Ballista. They could pump their Ballista here if they want, and then I can play Magda. Also, trading Magda and Skydiver for their Ballista is fine with me. I'm not that worried. Looks like they are pumping Ballista. Oh, they're Otawara-ing their Mox Pearl. Okay. I guess I'll allow it. And then pass the turn. And then next turn I can use Urza Saga. Make at least looks like a 6/6 or something like that. 5/5, 6/6, depending on what I play. Now they can replay their Pearl. They can play a land. And if they want to trade Ballista for both of my creatures, they can. I would be surprised if the Magda got to attack. It seems a little bit wasteful or ambitious on my opponent's side to not kill Magda before it attacks, but Swamp. Yeah, they got a brew there. That they do. Okay, pump Ballista. Oh, are they pumping it twice? Great. Given that they have 6 cards in hand, I'm pretty happy that this is their play. All right, take out my thing, take out my thing. And next turn, I get to make a giant token. They tap their Monolith too, so like they're down on mana for that reason. Any Time Spirals. Time Spiral would be amazing. That's not a Time Spiral. Let's go Talisman. Academy. Cycle Ralgrin Triumph. And I guess just pass the turn. I don't really need to make a token right now. Hand is all lands. I do have Chromatic Star and Soul Guide, and I'm probably going to crack at least one at some point here, but I don't think I need to right now because I'm not going to spend the mana. And what do I have left to get with this Urza Saga? I don't have very much. Huh. Do I have anything? I guess I'll see. Really? So they're inviting me to make a 5/5. I guess I'll bite. I don't know. In leagues, when my opponents make plays like this, I kind of just take them at face value. Maybe they're setting me up. If I was playing against, Juju Bean or Mac or BK or something, I would be like, I think they want me to do this, so maybe I won't. I guess in a draft league, I'm just not that worried about it. Yeah. All right. Maybe they have something sorcery speed that they want to use on the construct. So it totally makes sense. But it's also possible they don't have anything. So we'll see. Fractured Identity. Fair enough. Yeah, they got me. But not really. I'm not too worried about that. Let's just draw first. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's make a token. I'm actually happy to trade a token for Ballista and Fracture Identity. That works for me. Search. I maybe have like one thing left if I'm lucky. I don't know. This looks like a lot of my trinkets. A lot of my trinket arenas here. And then I'm going to get to go Urza and start spinning. That's going to be my plan. Let's see if they've got anything to say about that. Yeah, this couldn't even get Esper Sentinel, so. But we'll see if it gets... Oh, Mishra's Research Desk and Lotus Bow. Great. I had multiple things. All right, I'll get the Research Desk. That one seems a lot better. So I could cast Urza first, and then it taps for 8. Yeah, that's probably better. I don't care if I don't end up playing a land off of Urza. If I spin and hit a land, it's like whatever. All right, now I have some constructs. Tap this, spin Urza. Ooh, what do we got? Any Time Spirals. Any Time Spirals. And I'm going to get to spin one more time, but depending on what I hit, maybe 2 more times. Sadly, Time Warp and Charm are in the graveyard. I got a little punished for not putting back Time Warp instead of the land, given that. Meticulous Archive. That's not ideal. Let's tap these 2 and spin. And see if we can get something. Land. All right. Pass the turn here. Even if Urza gets dealt with, I have a lot of mana. I'm going to get to see a lot of cards. And I've got 2 giant constructs in play against their 1 medium-sized construct. So I feel like this is going pretty great for me. Tinker and Upheaval and Fracture Identity are in the graveyard. So don't know what else they've got. Oh, the Charmaw could have gotten some value out of that. Let's see, 3. I was going to say, is that could they cast a Portal to Phyrexia? But I guess they're just kicking things off with Scrapwork Mutt, so I suppose not. You know, if I do draw Time Spiral, I think I'm just going to exile their graveyard with Soul Guide so they don't get to redraw any of those cards. That sounds really good to me. I kind of think what happened is after the reason they used their Ballista so much, and after that Time Spiral, or that wheel, their hand was like Fractured Identity, Odawara, and a bunch of lands mostly. Like they didn't have that much to play, which is why they spent a bunch of time dumping mana into Ballista. But we will see. Oh, it's funny. The construct from the Saga and the Urza are different. So this is the Saga one, and then I guess Urza's a fancier one. This one looks more, you know, workmanlike and battered and brutal, and this is extremely fancy, but I guess they both kind of do the same thing. All right, they're going to attack. That seems unlikely. All right, no plays. Let's just draw for turn. Let's just start by tapping Academy, spinning Urza. Don't have too many more lands left to hit, to be honest. 4, 7, 8, yeah, land. Spin Urza. It's 3 land in a row. Can we do 4? No, that is a lot better. Let's see. Jace. I guess I'll brainstorm and then I can spin again to shuffle. All right, put 2 lands back. And I don't think I'm going to use the research desk this turn, so let's do it like this. Shuffle. Lotus Petal. So let's go land. Saheeli. I think, actually, I'm going to give up a Saheeli token, I think. Because what I can do here, which I think might be better, is I can play, yeah, I'm going to play the Petal, and then I'm going to cast Saheeli off of these, and then I'm going to turn this Soul Guide Lantern into a construct, and then I attack with the 3 constructs. That sounds not bad to me at all. They have to chump 2 of them. I could send with Urza, but that just seems like I'm asking for trouble. If they have a removal spell, they could block Urza with Construct, and they might try to flash back the Mutt. This does leave my Soul Guide Lantern tapped, so that I can't stop them from flashing back Scrapwork Mutt, but I kind of don't care about that too much. Oh, untap Basalt. Yeah, that's a good play. Probably want to crack that Sunbait Canyon. Maybe? I don't know. I've got a million mana now. I mean, next turn, I could just basically play my whole deck if I want to. We'll see what they've got. I mean, they've got to have something pretty good here. Straight up just to not die to the... Oh, Crabomination. Oh, Bolas's Citadel. They're only at 7, though, and I'm at 16. So they can't kill me with Bolas's Citadel. Oh, that's why you didn't crack Canyon. That's smart. So you can clear the top card with Canyon if you want. Mystical Tutor. Uh-oh. Well, Tinker and Upheaval are in the graveyard, and so is Fractured. They could get like a Time Twister and do something good here. I don't have any free spells in my deck, so... yeah, maybe they got to play. We'll see. We'll see. They didn't get anything. They just cast it to shuffle their deck. Sure. Okay, they're going to bring back the Mutt. So now they get to, once again, clear their top card. They've already played a land. There's just not that much they can play here. Baleful Strix. Down to 4. Yeah, they have some good artifact cards for sure. Tinker Citadel, Mystical Tutor is a pretty nice little sequence. Show and tell. Okay, they go to 1 here. Sure. I mean, if they have a Portal to Phyrexia, they still lose pretty badly, I feel like. You put a Fallen Shinobi into play? That's funny. Because the portal would eat those 3, but then I'd untap with Jace, Saheeli, a million mana. I would just be able to almost assuredly cast Time Spiral this turn because I'd get to like look at draw to 11 cards, Brainstorm down to 8 cards, Mr. Research Desk, Soul Guide. I just have it all. Cycle, Xander's Lounge, they're at 1 with Citadel. They can't cast Brain Freeze or Tendrils or any of the cards I'm worried about. I think we're going to move on at 1-1. We take those. We take those. Oh, they're going to let me take my turn? I guess. Oh, they are still just dead to attacks. The Urza himself, which actually would have been good to attack with, as it turns out, last turn. But I wouldn't in that situation regardless. That doesn't really make sense. Well, they took a lot of game actions this turn. They cast 4 spells, but wasn't enough, and we are on to round 3. All right. Oh, I would love this hand on the play, but I'm still keeping on the draw. I mean, this hand is a turn 3 wheel with 2 extra mana sources in play. Granted, the Mox isn't quite on yet. And if I draw like any cheap artifact here, this hand pops off pretty fast. Oh, Pentad Prism's nice. So what am I going to do here? Probably still just play turn 2 Talisman, but we'll see where we go from there. Sylvan Library, that I actually don't mind, because if I'm going to wheel, them spending mana on a card draw spell, granted it stays in play and all that. Oh. There's nothing I can do this turn, so let's just go Talisman, pass the turn. But next turn, I'm going to have a lot of mana. If they counter my Wheel of Fortune, I could just lose, but if they don't, we're really getting in there. I wouldn't mind them paying life here because it's extra cards that then are getting wheeled away. What I kind of want them to do is like, well, they didn't pay the life. Pay the life and then like play like a random dork. Well, Ponder's fine. I guess they didn't like their top 3 cards because they're going to shuffle with Ponder here, I assume. And play something? No? All right. Kind of hope I draw like a Magda or something small. Oh, Revoker. Let's go Pentad Prism, Mox Opal, Revoker. I'm going to name Oko, I guess. Thief of Crowns, Academy. I'm just going to go for the wheel here. I don't really have a better play. It also, they can't mana leak or remand or any of those things. They have to have actual mana drain. Their hand was Portal, Cryptic Coat, Phantasmal Image, Rexage. Very nice. And then here, I've got enough mana. Let's just play Porcelain Legionnaire. And then next turn, I can play Saheeli and a bunch of stuff. That was pretty good. I drew really well this game. I drew Pentad Prism Academy to go with and Revoker to all play before the wheel. And now next turn, if they don't have a way to kill this Academy, I have 10 mana on my turn to their 4. Maybe more mana actually than that. All right, Birds of Paradise, sure. And Nadu, nice. The Winged Wisdom, okay. Okay. I mean, this turn's going to be great for me. I can't attack into Nadu. That is actually pretty good. Let's cast Saheeli. Cast Research Desk. And I'm going to get to use Saheeli as like extra research desks if I want, which is going to be pretty nice. Cast Star. And let's tap this for mana. And I'm going to go Saheeli. Turn a servo into a research desk. It doesn't matter that it has summoning sickness because once it's a research desk, it doesn't use research desk. Jace or Lelia? It's got to be Jace with a Time Warp coming up. And then I can still play Jace. And I have this Pentad Prism, so I'll be able to cast Time Warp. I'm going to cast Time Warp. I just want to make sure this resolves first. They don't have like a daze or something. So now they're going to get to use Nadu here because I'm going to bounce the Nadu. It's going to trigger the Nadu. They got a forest into play. It's kind of their ideal situation. But given that I'm getting an extra turn here, I wanted to be able to attack them for 5. Because next turn I'm going to get to Jace and Saheeli and Research Desk. I'm going to draw a lot of cards. So getting their 3-drop off the board and getting a hit in for 5 seems pretty good. Do I research desk first or Jace? The problem with research desking first, or Jacing first, is that if I put 2 bad cards back, the research desk just clears them. But I actually still think that's better, because then I get to draw a card off of Chromatic Star or something. All right. I'll put these 2 back. So, well, hold on. Let's not use one of the servos that can attack this turn. Saheeli, let's turn servo into a research desk once again. Let's cast an Esper Sentinel. Kind of a weird card there. All right, crack research desk. Really what I'm looking for is time warp, or time spiral rather. Now it's time to just manually use the research desk. Gut or Headliner Scarlet? I guess Gut is probably going to be better. Yeah, they're done. This was going off. This is my turn 4, really, because of the time warp. Yeah, this was sick. I went really hard here. For being an Academy aggro deck, that sure just looked like an Academy deck. I want Thieving Skydiver in against anyone who's got Portal, I assume, because they probably have Tinker. And I don't really want Charmaw. Larcenist is just okay. I guess this crappy S% looking god. I guess Larcenist is kind of nice at turning Portal into a treasure. It's not the most reliable, but yeah, that seems fine to me. All right, on the draw here. That was a fun hand. Yeah, this hand's fine. Turn 1 Surveil in, turn 2 Talisman. Got red and blue mana. I get to revoke something and kind of go from there. All right, no birds. What I don't want to see is lands here. I want to see some spells. Pearl would also be nice. Oh, there's an exception. There's a land I wouldn't mind seeing. All right, let's go. Archive. Graveyard. Wow, what a better ordering here, where I draw Academy, which I like drawing, and then get to bin the Mountain. Next turn, I'm going to go Mountain into Talisman. I would play Revoker if they played something to revoke, but I think it's better to go Mountain into Talisman. And then next turn, now because I have the Talisman out, I can play Saheeli. Oh, Terra Sunder, sure. I was going to play Saheeli and then play Bauble and then play Academy and then play Revoker, but I probably will just go Island, Saheeli, Bauble now. And depending what they do, that makes me less want to use Saheeli's minus. But I am still going to play the Saheeli. I can just use the minus next turn probably, though. The reason to minus is I can turn Servo into Bauble to draw an extra card. No, I'll wait a turn up. Because I can always turn Servo into Chromatic Star, so I can just do it next turn anyway. So I think this will be fine. And it taps for more mana this way, because I get to tap my Academy before sacking my artifact, so it's like slightly better. I assume they're going to attack Saheeli with the Shark. And the other option is I don't use Saheeli next turn, so it just sticks around for another turn. That is also a possibility. No land, no play. Okay, well, I'm going to start making some hay here. Academy. I guess I'll just tap this and Saheeli Servo into a research desk. Crack research desk. I guess City Trader is probably better. Crack research desk naturally. Yeah, I'll take the Jace, even though I kind of feel like it's going to get countered. It'd be hard to imagine that isn't the case here, but we'll see. Yeah. Remand. All right, there are worse counters to be hit with. And I guess I can hit for 1 because I can still double block the Incubator. And I don't want to sack any of my artifacts here to draw cards. I have good plays already, and the Saheeli is unfortunately going away. All it did was make make 3 tokens and draw 2 cards. Pretty good. I mean, I guess it only drew 1 card, but it got 2 lands off the top, so it kind of effectively drew 2. Nadu, Winged Wisdom. Yeah, you got your Nadu. All right, let's draw. Mogded's not doing much for me. I could play Revoker first, but I kind of want to just play Jace and Brainstorm and just look for some action here. Well, that's not ideal. Let's put Island and a Pearl back. Get the research desk back. Crack the research desk to play Pearl. I mean, my Jace is now going to go away, unfortunately. Land, City of Traders, Sack Star for red. Play this Mogda maybe? Yep, Mogda and... Wait, do I want to play Revoker? I think I'd rather just play Pentad Prism. I don't have anything to revoke, and I think I'd rather just do this. All right, well, now we're starting to get into trouble because we've drawn a lot of cards. We've drawn 9 or 8 more cards than them, but we don't really have that much to do. I'm actually going to crack Mishra's Bauble at the end of their turn here. They're going to attack Jace for 3 and me for 2, presumably. Oh, they might just leave the Seed Shark back, actually. Yeah. That's got to be a lot better. All right, Jace down. Okay. What do they got? Sylvan Library making another idiot. Sure. I can't revoke our incubator tokens, unfortunately. Bauble you. Phantasmal Image. Okay. Basically, I just need to find Wheel of Fortune or Time Spiral here. Oh, Headliner Scarlet's pretty nice, too. Let's go Soul Guide Lantern. I guess I'll take out the Remand. I think that one is the better one to take out. Not that it matters too much. Headliner Scarlet. Target you. So even if they animate the tokens, they can't block after. Revoker. I'm going to name Lightning Greaves, I think. Because that combos with Nadu. And then I'm going to draw a card off Soul Guide. Though I guess maybe I should have just drawn a card off Soul Guide first. Oh, that's a really nice one. Play a land, so I lose my City of Traders. I mean, they don't seem to have any counters. Time Warp. And send with everything. So I don't get free attack next turn, but I do get to hit for what, 8 this turn, and then take another turn. And my Headliner Scarlet's going to exile a card on that turn. And it's not like they're winning on their turn anyway. So there's a Time Spiral and a Lelia. Yeah, I can do both. Lelia, Lotus Petal. Time Spiral. This deck's really fun to play. Do I like Academy decks? Yeah, a little bit. Time Spiral. Oh, do they have a counter now? Oh no, they have a Planar Genesis to get a token, and they better put a land into play, otherwise it doesn't really do anything. All right. Time Spiral, let's go. With 1,000,000 mana. Oh, I drew a wheel. Nice. All right, and I haven't even played a land yet, so I think I will. I've got a lot of red mana, so I'm going to play the City of Traders, I think, as my land. And I'll tap the City of Traders. Oh, hold on. I'll play Kitesail Larcenist first. They're at 11. I mean, they're pretty dead here. They get to Nadu. I've got tons of damage coming their way, and then I get to Wheel. I mean, I've got to find Time Warp at this point. Yeah, and then I Time Warp. Oh, man, this is kind of running up the score here, but that's fine. Saheeli. I mean, they're allowed to concede if they want. I'm going to go Saheeli, Soul Guide, Time Warp. And I think I can actually play... I can even play Kappa Cannoneer first. Let's get your... Oh, they had Oko in their deck. Funny. Cannoneer paying 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then I'll tap this, I guess. Kappa Cannoneer. Where are you going? I still had a Time Warp. That deck was fun. It was pretty good, I thought. It did end up being a little split brain. Like, if you look at it, it's like, it's an Academy deck with all these cheap artifacts, with 4, 8, 11 cheap artifacts plus Magda and Legionnaire. But it also had Lelia, Gut, Fable, Headliner, Scarlet, Magda. And those cards are good, and they do work with Academy. Like, Gut and Fable work fine with Academy, but it was just like classic Time Spiral Gut opening hand. So lost to a very good mono blue deck, or effectively mono blue deck. And, well, we beat 2 artifact decks, I guess. Well, the first one was definitely an artifact deck. The second one, I'm not sure exactly. It was like a blue-green big stuff deck. But that was pretty fun. And you know what? Next time I'll be forcing Dredge. I can't pass Pearl into Academy as a start, and I won't, and I didn't. All right, that'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out as I try a new card, which I've never drafted before, this Tolarian Academy card. You know what? We'll be back tomorrow with another draft, and even if I don't play Tolarian Academy then, I'll be thinking about it. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.